What is the pain in me you wish you could heal, and why? Let me have it.
If I lost all of my memory, what's the first thing you'd tell me about who I am?
In hopes of jarring your memory and hopes of getting it back, I would remind you that you were the woman singing alone with her band in an empty club with no one there. And I was that guy who just happened to walk in the door to find myself the only man standing in the room. Do you remember me sitting down and being the only guy for 30 minutes? I was the guy that you were looking directly in the eye, looking through my soul, stealing my heart.
Well, you were the only one there.
That's true. I was literally the only one. All right, what's the special thing in me that brings out the special thing in you?
Oh, your patience.
I'm not a doctor. Oh, you...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're so patient, and not only are you so patient, you have this way of not letting little things bother you, which is not me. I struggle. I battle with that a little bit. Your ability just to look at the bigger picture and be like, hey, babe, wait. Let's look at this down the road. Is this really that big of a deal? Because if you're angry and upset, it makes cortisol go up and all this stuff. And you just kind of like bring me back down to reality a lot of times. And I've learned that over the years, and I feel I'm a better person because of that. I'm definitely more patient than I used to be. So, I mean, you bring out the qualities that I've always wanted for myself.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, what is something you really want me to hear and understand about you?
About me?
Mm-hmm.
When I say it, I mean it. What comes out of my mouth is exactly what I feel and is exactly what I'm thinking. I don't do a good job of mincing words or being calculated or manipulative with my words. What I say is what I mean, and what I mean is what I say, even if it doesn't sound pretty, or if it cuts, or if it's too soft. or sound silly. Like what I say is what I mean. Always. No matter what.
And what is something I really want you to hear and understand about me? Sometimes I have to process things, and I know you don't understand it, but you do have patience.
Buffering.
But
Buffering. This is you processing. Buffering.
yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of times.
Another thing, sometimes I have to like talk about it over and over and over and over again until I process it. And it's not that I'm dwelling on it or I am living in that anymore. It's a form of me going through the situation in my brain so I can digest it and then I can let it go and then I'm good. I'm fine. So in that regard, that's one thing. If I, talk about something a lot, because you're like, can you just forget about that? I'm like, well, yes, I don't care. Well, why is that bothering you? No, it's not bothering me. It's just a way for me to process, what happened or process the situation for me right now. I would say that.
Buffering. I understand.
Thank you.
I love it. What is the pain in me you wish you could heal and why? Let me have it.
I wish I could heal the pain from your past, from when you were a child. That maybe a certain situation would have been different. I know that had to have been painful because how you talk about it. And I still feel like you maybe fully haven't expressed to me the depths of that pain. I can only imagine because I have a pain in that same area, but different.
Yeah.
And for me, that was, it's still painful. So if I could take that away, not to say that I would want you to be a different person or anything like that, because obviously that got you, you are who you are today because of that. But if that time of your life could have been a little bit easier as a kid, I would want that for you.
That would be nice. That would have been nice. I envy, friends and colleagues and, folks I know who have tell stories about their magical upbringings and, their great family life and everything. And, you see it most in movies and TV shows, but that's not everyone's reality, and I love your answer because I know where that answer comes from, and that means the world to me. And I think you're right. I don't know that I'll ever truly be able to get over a lot of those experiences, so many things will just forever remain unresolved, and it is what it is. But I also agree with you that who I am today, much of it can be traced all the way back to those experiences. And I'm not perfect by any stretch, and I have a lot of growing up still to do, but I don't want to be anyone else. And if I could not guarantee being the man that I am today, I wouldn't change any of it, you know? But I'm grateful that you feel that way, because you see me.
Of course I do. How have I changed you?
Oh gosh, you changed everything about my life. I stopped everything that I was doing, my daily focuses, everything changed. More than anything, it's not just me in this world anymore focusing on what I want. I don't have the liberty or the desire of being selfish anymore, because it's you and I in this together, you know? And that's everything. When you cease to be selfish, you give up the old person you were to become a new person, a new man. There's no better example of what it means to give your life to Christ and relinquish your selfishness to be a better person and to take a different path. And not only did you give me that example, but you gave me something bigger to live for and to work for than just myself. And if I say one more time, I'm going to punch myself in the face. But anytime a man can give of himself and lose his selfishness, that's a fantastic thing. It's the last card. What does my love feel like?
Your love feels like home. I have never felt truly at peace in any home I've ever been in. And for the first time, I feel like home. I feel like your love is like home. There was something I told my cousin shortly after we started dating, and I was kind of explaining to her about, you know, our relationship, and I told her, I said, imagine that you meet a person and they have never experienced what an ice cube feels like, and they have no idea. And so you try to explain it to them. Well, an ice cube is cold, but it's also wet, but it could burn, but it could be dry. And then this person is like, okay, wet, dry, cold, hot, okay. And then one day you take their hand and you put an ice cube in their hand, and they're like, oh,
I understand.
That is what an ice cube feels like. That is what I feel like your love was for me. I had not experienced it before. And everyone tried to tell me, oh, this is what it feels like in the movies and all this. And everyone tries to, well, love should be this, and love should be that, and love should be this. And love can be all sorts of things. And it's not until you experience it and then you hold it in your hand and then you're like, this is it. That's what your love feels like.
I feel like an ice cube. Yes, I'm the king of the world. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you.
I love you.
What do you feel after doing that process together?
I was very surprised. I didn't know what to expect coming into this, but I was surprised how easy it felt. I forgot we were in this space and we were just talking.
I agree. There were a couple times where it was just us, which I absolutely loved.
What I physically feel like now is that feeling you have when you just are finished with a massage. You know, your body is warm and relaxed and slightly tingly, and you know, and like you don't know whether to go jogging or go home and take a nap, or you know, just drink a scotch and soda or something.
Yes.
I feel nice. Feels good.
I agree with that.
If you love the And Conversations or the And products, visit theskindeep.com/shop so you can purchase our products and experiences. Subscribe to any of our social media channels, and we really want to stay in touch and connect, improving the world one conversation at a time.